I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was on mute. I didn't know.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait. Pardon?
Yeah, so, hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, glad to meet you. I want to know if my video, if everything is fine at your end. It is fine, yeah?
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And thanks for the opportunity.
No problem. You're welcome. Actually, when I read your story about how you started building your career from school, it was so interesting, and that is one of the encouragement and what we've been teaching most of these schools, most especially secondary school, because we take our training to schools. So
Okay.
I decided I have to, interview so that I can have your story to share with those youngsters out there who think going to school is just to have the certificate. And then after the school, they want to get a good job without even building anything, no practical skills, no internship, nothing. But reading your story is so fascinating. So I decided to get in touch with you, and I really appreciate your time and whatever you're going to share with all these teenagers out there. So what we're going to do is...
Okay.
Pardon?
I was just going to say that we were having some few network disturbance, but it is fine.
All right. So what we're going to do in the next 10-15 minutes,
Okay.
briefly share your story with us. Okay?
So, okay.
Probably family background, in that story, one thing I actually always look at is not just the sources. The sources is part of the challenges, even from family background and everything that you overcome for you to come this far. So can you please, within 10-15 minutes, brief us your journey so far?
Oh, okay. So about my story, my career journey entirely, I am a recent graduate of the University of Lagos. I'll try as much as possible to make this informal. I'd studied accounting. I'd graduated December 2019, so graduating class of 2020. I am a first generation student, like I say. Yeah, I was like the first of my family to attend the school. And then, so growing up for me, I had witnessed everything around my environment. I was overwhelmed by my environment. A lot of people I had grown up with. I've seen people that we started together, but they couldn't proceed. Not because they wish not to proceed, but because of, the environment limiting them. But luckily for me, in as much as my parents couldn't proceed to like university, but they had finished from high school based on circumstances that has inhibited their own future. They like did everything for me to ensure that like I get the requisite materials, I have my own device, I have my phone, like I have basically everything that would support me in education. So I looked at it that this way. If my parents, if they're going this far for me and my siblings to provide all of these things for me, so what excuse do I have for failure? I do not have any excuse. So all of these things, like all of these things actually built me. All of these things built me, has made me the kind of person I am today. Yeah, I'm a recent graduate. There are a lot of uncertainties. I do not even know like people will be securing a job out there. But the thing is, a lot of people come out as the regular motivational speaker to tell you, oh, there's a you in you that helps you to do you. Yeah, it is fine for them to say all of those things. But the thing is, a lot of them could have attained a position of success before coming out to share all of these stories. But for me, I've decided to make it like a different one. While I'm navigating through all of this period of uncertainties, it is important that as I'm helping myself grow, I also help people around me grow as well. So the more reason why I have decided in few weeks ago, I've decided to start using like hashtag the motivated journey. And what that means is to explain how much I have come, to explain how far I'm going, how much I wish, how much I envisage myself, to becoming better at whatever I do. And the motivated journey is not just for only me. That hashtag is that to encourage everyone out there, including the undergrads, that you can always become better by staying motivated alone, by staying motivated at first and then doing all other work alongside together. But the first step towards success is motivation. If you yourself are not motivated, if you do not believe in yourself that you can do this, you won't be able to break all of those challenges. So I will be sharing a lot of those things going forward. Anyways, so about myself, I'm a recent graduate. Like I said earlier, I studied accounting. So over the past 3 to 4 years I had spent at the institution, I had realized early enough, luckily for me, because I had a lot of positive friends. Like I said in my post too, it is important that the kind of people you share your personal spaces with tends to, affect your success one way or the other. Those friends I have were really positive. Yes, not everyone is passionate about career, but some of them were doing entrepreneurship, and I saw the drive in them. I'd changed friends quite a number of times before meeting them. I saw the drive in them that they're actually passionate. Some are into, graphic design, and we were both studying accounting together. Some are like doing entrepreneurship, and everyone is excelling so well. So in my time in school, I had the opportunity to, discover what I love. Yeah, I was confused. I was really confused. I didn't know if it was accounting. I didn't know if it was finance. I didn't know if it was human resource. So because of that, I had, explore opportunities by going in for internship in all of this, my interests, where, I was able to learn very well. And then I had aligned my course of study, my career choice to my personality. What is it that makes me happy? So in the end, it's not all about career. It's all about you being happy and then the impact you make from your profession. And because I do not want to, stay till I become so successful, or maybe after navigating all of this period of uncertainties before reaching out to my community, I did not want to do that. So myself and my league of friends co-founded the charity organization in 2017. We had our first outreach in 2018, where we devised strategies towards reaching out to the needy and marginalized communities, especially with the fact that I was from a low community as well. So I understand the importance of, you giving back, encouraging people to become better. So our focus is on SDG 2 and for eradicating zero hunger and quality education. So a lot of what we've done, it hasn't been easy raising funds and all of that, but you going out there to help people become better while you yourself, you're helping yourself. So there is happiness in togetherness rather than individuality, and I'm a huge fan of togetherness.
Wow.
So thank you.
That's a very short and straightforward. Now, one thing I'm so interested in your story is the internship aspect. Of course, as part of our system in university, let me say advanced education, the tertiary education, the management always make it compulsory that we should go through our internship in order to further our education. But you see, like almost 80-90% of the students want to maneuver it instead of even looking for it themselves. They still want to maneuver the one government. The school said compulsory. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm so sorry. I lost you along the line.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hello? I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. So what I'm trying to say is, how did you manage to get companies where you do internship? Because the complaint many of these students do have is that, okay, they don't see where to do the internship, they don't see where to, as we call it, industrial attachment or something like that. Moreover, you go from 1 to 2 to 3 and you are able to do it. Can you share your experience?
Yeah, so obviously those students are right. Like getting internship in Nigeria is really, really difficult. And, I can understand all of their pains. And this particular question that you've asked me, a couple of people had reached out to me to ask me the same question. So for me, I would say that it all depends on your mindset and the kind of people you keep, the kind of people in your network, how conversant you are with information. Yeah, so I had never landed any of this internship on referrals. I had never gotten a job through someone referring me. I had applied normally the way this firm pushed out the application, submit my CV, go through a lot of tests, do interviews, and eventually some of them I had failed. Yeah, I didn't move forward, and some have been lucky to land, So being part of success stories, you shouldn't expect your journey to be smooth. So I try as much as possible to tell people that, yeah, I have failed continuously and I keep failing. And yeah, so sometimes the failure actually happens to teach you lessons and to ensure that you still focus, So back to your question, I have been able to get all of this internship because of my network. So for me, I'm a huge fan of volunteering. I started volunteering as far back as my first semester in 100 level. When I wasn't so sure of the GPA I was going to make out of school, I was out of classes for quite a number of time. I'm not encouraging people to be out of classes by the way, but just that, yeah, not everyone can have the kind of my energy, but it is important that even if you want to volunteer for just one or two organizations, be consistent and be visible. So all of this network I have built across different volunteering opportunities. They've been able to see the kind of values I carry, you know, the kind of attitude I portray. And then even if I do not go to those firms, you know, to check whatever openings, they send BC across different group chats. The more your network, the better you are in accessing information. So when people tell me, I'll be like, first of all, build your network. How you can build your network is by you becoming relevant. So when you meet people, you need to learn how to network. Like, so aside that, I leave school, you know, go for programs, seminars organized by corporate organizations. And I was a student. I would listen to them. During the networking period, oh, hi, my name is this and that. This is what I enjoy doing. I will get their number or probably, you know, send them a personalized invite on LinkedIn. And from there, we start talking. So before you know it, these people, when position gets open in their organization, they'll post it on their handle and then you pick it up from there. So for instance, let me be practical. My 100 level, I interned with ICANN, but I did not really put this in my story because I didn't do much. So I had interned with ICANN, so I had the opportunity to work shadow. That was my first work experience. It was fine. Then after that, I joined Tax Club. So in Tax Club, there's usually, you know, so there's usually a sort of recommendation from the Tax Club to FIRS and LIRS. So what happens is you need to be online at the point when they would open the internship application. So now we have like very little slots for some people, but everyone needs to come in on merit basis. So you need to fill the form and tell them why you are interested in applying. This all boils down to your personal brand. What sort of difference do you want to make? What kind of value do you want to offer? So apart from that, the KPMG own I did. KPMG has like summer internship every year for students. So if you are the kind of person, like I said earlier, if you have your goal, your mindset, I've listed all of the companies that I wanted to work with. So I know I have an Excel sheet. I will code make company. I will code make them. They are not pushing application. I will send them mail and all of that. Some would not reply to me. Some I would be like, oh, I know I'm not eligible, but I just want you to see my CV and just have me in your database. So subsequent opportunities, I would be getting it in my emails directly. And then from there, I can sort out the ones that are for me, the ones that are not for me. And then part of what that helped me was the fact that I'd probably attended University of Lagos. And I believe that University of Lagos gives you like a great avenue for you to, you know, be whatever you want to be. It is a university. So now you attend classes, you have time for extracurriculars, you meet people. That is why, in fact, apart from University of Lagos, that is why the term tertiary institution, the university is used as differentiated from secondary school. You would build your life, you determine the fate of your life there. So the kind of company I kept, they were like sending BC for KPMG up and down. I wasn't so sure. I didn't even reach out to anyone. It boils down to motivation and self-confidence. So I had applied, my friends applied, and then imagine you having friends that come ask you, oh, have you applied for you? Oh, I've not applied though. I think I don't want to apply. And they tell you, please apply. We are applying to you. Understand? That way, you know you are not alone. You want to do your best in whatever essay, you want to do your best in whatever test, you want to do your best in the interview because you know your friends are applying. You don't want to lose out because your friends too are not going to lose out, you know. You always want to be the best at the top of your game. And aside that, all of these volunteering at this charity organization, you're part of finance club, you're part of different organizations that are in line with whatever career you want to build, will give you an opportunity for you to own your story and share your story at interviews. And then you sound so unique. And another thing that has really drove me was the fact that when you come on LinkedIn, you see very few Nigerian students doing so well. You see white everywhere telling you, yeah, this, yeah, that, yeah. As Africans, we've been stereotyped. People think, oh, fine, we are black, we do not have anything to offer. But I'm a huge fan of a black man. Yes, I tell people a lot of the time, when you look at Africans, they are saying Africans have done this and that. I've met quite a lot of people on LinkedIn virtually where we've network, and they tell that, are you really sure you're Nigerian? Are you sure you're black? Well, yeah, I am black. So the fact that these people come over there to do all of these things, you shouldn't judge us in terms of continent. Yeah, the continent, the environment, all of the conditions, they are harsh for us as black here. We know all that. But there are still people surviving in this country. It depends on you trying to make out the best for yourself out of the challenging moment. So you guys should stop, you know, stereotyping Africans as this and that. Instead, look at it as like personal behavior. So I can't just say that, oh, because I am Yoruba or because I'm wicked, so every other Yorubas are wicked and all of that. No, it's a matter of individual personality and not cultural context. So in some way, for people to take advantage of internship, first of all, they really need to understand that what is their goal, what do they want to become. As far back as 100 level, the moment you step into the university, align all of your goals here. What do you want to graduate with? What is your career? Yeah, usually it's always blow for you in other level to determine whatever career you want to pursue. As of now, I'm pursuing finance, but I'd enjoy my last internship in finance and I want to move forward. And going forward, I thought, oh, finance is not really I might delve into consulting and all of that. But all of these experiences would shape you together, define your goals. Secondly, write out all the companies you would like to be associated with. Check their websites, turn on notifications, sign up, subscribe for their emails. You get all of those things. Keep good people that are passionate as driven as you. They need not have the same career interest with you, but usually all of these undergraduate internship, you see, I've done HR, I've done accounting, I've done something in finance because it's undergraduate internship. They know that at that particular point, you are confused. All of your volunteering experiences will come speak for you at interviews, whether you are teachable. So imagine you preparing ahead for opportunities. You're already solving all of these job tests. When you get all of these things, you would, okay, they keep saying they are not applying for internship, companies are not recruiting. How was I able to get mine? I keep telling people. So after I made that post, people tell me, oh, congratulations. I'm like, no, I didn't post this thing for you to congratulate me on an achievement or whatever. I'm still on my journey to success. I'm uncertain too, yeah, but I want to walk through this journey with every other person. Still, the little that I have achieved, I want to use it to inspire people. So stop telling me congratulations. I'm not intimidating anyone. I'm just using it to inspire. Even I myself, I have a lot of people I look up to. I want to become better. That is the more reason why I've decided to share this story with you. Because the way everyone is just carrying me, like, I'm not this person. No, I'm really small. And, I'm still learning. I'm a work in progress. But still, it's fine for me to just share my story.
Beautiful one. I love that. So inspiring, so motivating. Now, from your discussion, I can see that uh, digital technology have a lot of role to play in order to build a career. Signing up for internship,
Yeah.
trying to network, link in, and whatever. But unfortunately, we see many of our students, even despite the fact they have the best phone, have more than enough data, they hardly use it for all this. What advice can you give in that aspect?
Oh, okay. So the future is digital and technology is now. Technology is changing the way we work, the way we do things and all of that. So you raise the point that, okay, we see a lot of our youth, they have phones, but they spend a lot of their time on social media. Yeah, the normal motivational speaker will come and tell you, don't do Facebook, don't do WhatsApp, don't do Instagram, just because you want to be. No, please, I'm not that kind of person. Me, I'm a huge fan. If you have my WhatsApp number, I post a lot. I spend a lot of my time on WhatsApp. I post on Instagram, but still, it's all about me having common sense. You need to have common sense. I'm this person that, in fact, so doing part of my volunteering also, I had even volunteered as a public relation officer for some of programs. Like I was the one pushing their digital brand. And for you to do this, you need to have like social media presence. You need to be able to use all of this. Tweet as you like, enjoy the Facebook as you like. Everything boils down to time management. What do you use your time for? So if you know that I have data, do I want to spend like 90% using it for Facebook and all of that? Or do I want to spend like 5%, 10% using it, or do I just want to come? Even on that Facebook, you can make viable connection and lifelong relationship there. Yeah, you can meet people that will help you. So digital is fine. It has cut across us making career interest and then us making, us making valuable relationship as well. So I would say that technology is good. We all have phone, we subscribe. Me, I won't tell you don't stay updated. I won't tell you don't use WhatsApp, delete your Instagram and Facebook. No, because I still use them and I won't be a hypocrite. I use them a lot. So all of these things depend on how well you manage your time. For instance, technology is there for you to use LinkedIn. You have the opportunity to connect with students that are doing better. You have the opportunity to connect with international students studying in US and Europe. You have the opportunity for you to be able to engage in some of these conversations that we are having now. You are learning from there. Oh, what are you guys doing better? And then while you are doing all of this thing, networking is key. Networking is key. You do not need to believe to yourself whether you are from Nigeria or not. Carry value, carry your own ego, and make sure you have something in your head. So as the other person is speaking, listen. You to always try to add values. And aside that, the phones are there for you to take online courses. There are a lot of online courses you can take on Udemy. You can go to YouTube. You can read all of these things online. Even if you are not getting internship, you can create an internship for yourself. And what do I mean creating an internship for yourself? Looking for people that are already doing all of these charity organizations, volunteer. They are like their work experiences for you. Some of all those my work experiences, some of them are like the ones I got from corporate organization, like directly. Some were through my volunteering, and I still do it. And people will reach out to you when they start. Oh, we felt like some of these skills that you do not even know that you have. So I just started writing. People have been telling me, oh, start writing. I recently started a CV business and intervene prep. I have been doing all of these things for free in the university. So I looked at it. If people do not get value for what they want, they would not take it serious. So I am making money from technology. I'm still learning from technology. I'm still networking and building relationships from this same technology. Do you understand? How do I want to push all of my business if I'm not on Instagram or if I'm not using WhatsApp? Like I'm just going to be so ostracize myself. So technology is fine, and it all depends on what you as an individual decides to make out of technology.
Wow, that's cool. I really appreciate that. Another aspect I want us to talk about briefly is as a fresh graduate, you know, let's say almost like 90% of graduates always have the kind of, employment challenge and the likes. What's your experience like, as a fresh
Hello?
graduate?
I think the internet is bad.
Okay.
Hello?
I can hear
Hello?
you.
I didn't get your question. Hello?
Now, what I'm trying to say, can you hear
I
me
didn't
now?
get your question.
Are you hearing me now? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear.
Yes. What I'm
Yes, I
trying
can
to
hear
say is
you.
that as a fresh graduate, we all know that with the rate of unemployment in Africa and in the world, majority graduates do have challenges. Now, as a fresh graduate, what is your experience like? And okay, let me take it from there first.
Okay, so due to high level of unemployment and uncertainties in the job market, so you want to know what my experience is like here?
As a fresh graduate.
Yes. So I think I'm not best suited to answer this question, but I would try as much as possible to navigate my thought process to be able to answer. So I recently graduated in December, and aside that, I recently completed my internship as well, like the one I had landed while as an undergraduate in my final year. So I had moved it. So I've not spent a lot of time in the job market as a fresh graduate trying to get employment, job hunting and all of that. That was why I said that I might not be suited to answer like the one of the fresh graduates. However, the one I had with internship, but I would say something about the question. I won't evade your question, and I would leverage on some of my experiences to answer. So we understand that, yes, we have high unemployment rate in Africa. The job market is volatile. So there are a lot of first-class students out there. They keep saying they do not have jobs. I'm so sorry. I might sound blunt. Yeah, in the midst of all of these uncertainties, some people are getting jobs. So it depends on, yeah, I won't doubt connection works perfectly. If you are rich or you have legs, a lot of people, you get job, congratulations to you. Yes, that is fine. But still, if you are someone like me that, okay, you know your background, you know where you are coming from, you know that, oh, you can reach out to Uncle A or Uncle B, or even Uncle B is still trying to become better than Uncle C. And then aside, the Uncle C probably doesn't even have a network in the kind of companies you are eyeing. You don't want to work in the normal yes sir, yes my company. You want to work in a company that, oh, international standard, you want to be able to have a say and do your own contribution. So you would work hard in your undergraduate days. You would maintain your first class. First class is important, but employers are wise now. They are looking beyond first class. They know a lot of what we do in school, especially in this part of the world, are like obsolete curriculums. So now there are those things that a lot of us take into our head, we cram and we fall down. Yes, there were some courses I did that too. I'm not going to lie. There were some courses I did that. Maybe courses that they will tell you must have, or courses that are not even adding values to you. So our educational system is really shitty. But all this other experience that you pick in terms of volunteering, you shooting your shot for internship. Imagine you getting an internship and you did so well, and then you get an offer to join the team back upon graduation. Why do you need to go out there joining people that are unemployed? You've already defined your future for yourself in your internship. Yeah, which is fine. So there are no jobs. Yes, we know. The job market is volatile. Yeah, old gist, we know. The government is not creating. Yes, we know. What are you doing as a person to help yourself? Even if you can't get a job, how do you want to survive? That is where the business comes in. And that links to your former question on digital and social media. Yes. Have you aligned your strengths? Do you have a network? Networking comes into play. So I think this conversation is really going too deep. So all of what we're having comes together to join. you've done this and that, your network is there, there is technology for you, you volunteer, you have lots of people in your network. So even if you're not getting job, you can start a business. You don't need to open shop. People do online business, you know. You do CV online, you send it to them. You are not incurring any fixed cost. You are doing delivery business online and all of these things. You are leveraging on your network. You do not know anybody, but you know these students in school. Everybody would want to buy something. These people would want to send their CV, apply for jobs, and oh, just send your, oh, I'm sorry, how are you doing this and that. It is important to follow up on your network too. This is what I'm doing. I just recently started this business, you know, probably because you can explain to them, I am unable to secure a job now. Maybe they could help you. But it is always important that you are vulnerable in sharing your story. So if you have added values to yourself as an undergraduate, you've met a lot of people. You can always start. If you do not get a corporate job, you can start a job for yourself. Like I said earlier, I used to be stereotyped into career. I used to be like, oh, it's only career. I cannot do business and all of that. Then in my network, I saw people sending BC. Okay, like entrepreneurship training. I'm like, oh, entrepreneurship training. Let me just do it. Who knows? And when I got there, they were talking about business analysis. They were talking about, you know, pestle analysis, how you analyze your consumer, how you analyze your microeconomic businesses. And I found that so interesting. And like after the training, I joined the challenge. Yeah, we pitched a business. Like my team and I, we couldn't win. Yeah, we did not win. Yeah. But then each of us, we were able to, you know, it was a team presentation, but individual pitches. We were able to like differentiate and create values for ourselves. Even aside from that, when I finished, I discovered that, oh, I was even enjoying entrepreneurship, and I discovered that I can even balance my career and entrepreneurship alongside together without one affecting one. Yeah, I'm working. I have my business and I'm doing through social media there or weekend, all of that. I'm not even opening shop. I'm not incurring a lot of fiscal. So I'm eating 90% of my profit by myself. I'm not paying whatever person, you know. So I then joined Entrepreneurship Challenge, and aside that, my team came first runner up. You know, it opened my eyes to a lot of possibilities because I used to be like, you know, career, office. But later I discovered that, oh, I can even balance both. I can even learn this entrepreneurship. So graduate, it's not too late. They can engage in all of this training. But undergrad, it is important, whether you're in your final year. I know people that they weren't doing all of these things, and in final year they changed. They realized, like, although it was late, but it's better to be late than never. So they changed their story, and then they are doing so well. I do not know if this answers your question too, because I now have a lot of experience in
You've already
job
done
hunting. I recently
you've already
graduated.
done so well. At least people who listen today will be able to grab a lot of things because this kind of story is really meant for people in secondary school, undergraduates, you know. And then because you pass through that and the way you handle your days in schools, at least that would be a very good experience that a lot of people. And then talking about entrepreneurship, like you said, you've not put it into consideration before. But with the little experience you have from the training and all those practical aspects, what do you think? Is it possible for a student to, you know, at the same time being a student and then, you know, bringing together entrepreneurship, doing small business, either online or offline? Did you get that?
Yes, it is super possible. So yes, I got it. I said it is very, very possible. At the University of Lagos, there were a lot of students that even after class, they would go to their hostel, you know, they were selling like meal stuff, things you could wear in your, like meal item, things you could wear in your hostel, you know. Some were selling wristwatches, some were selling, you know, things you think students can use and be in need of within the school environment. So they were students, like they would come to class, they had their business. The reason why mine didn't work for me was because I spent my 100, 200, 300 year, I was volunteering doing all of that, and
Yeah.
I just closed my eyes to entrepreneurship. It's career that I want. But later, I discovered that no, I had a skill, CV. Like I know how to create CV a lot. I had learned all of that on my own, cover letter. I had leverage on the internet to learn and prepare for interviews. So I could have monetized this thing. But because I saw that there is like a deficiency gap, there's a gap I needed to fill. So I had volunteered to even go to the department to teach them, oh, this is how you write CV, this is how you do this and that. So I was doing everything for free. Someone could have done it for payment until when I graduated and I was like, oh, I think I just have to monetize this instead and I have entrepreneurship skill. Fine, I monetize it, but it's still quite cheaper. And the reason why I try to monetize it is because I need to start enjoying what an entrepreneur enjoy. I need to start learning business as well because in the long run, it might not be all career for me. It might be career plus business. I might just switch to business, maybe later. So it is important they can do so well. So it depends on your timing. So for them, they need to look at it. Do they have capital? So a lot of what you'll be selling in school as a student should be, you need to conduct a market survey. So before you start this business, the Igbos now, they are naturally born with business. They can do business so well. And even if you're in school, you can do all of that. You just need to know how much do I need. And if you want to start business, you need to cultivate the habit of saving. Nobody would give you loan and nobody will give you. And as a student, you need not start a very big business that will require huge capital. Where do you want to get the money from? Even your customers, they are students. Where will they get money from to buy? But imagine you're selling resources and all of that. They are not tying down a lot of their capital. It will be wise for you not to buy everything down. You have a steady supplier. When someone orders, you get from the person, you deliver, and you take your own margin. They are looking at it. There were people in my school who were like, they sponsored all of their education because they had their own side businesses. So it is very possible. And everything is time management. And you can still graduate so well. It is time management.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. I love that. I think you've done so well for us. And I'm very, very sure that people out there will be able to learn one or two things from your story. I'm still going to share the text as I put it on your LinkedIn. I really appreciate your time. And if there's anything I can also ask you, it has to do with our education and choosing a career path. One thing, the challenge many of these teenagers have is that to choose a career path. I know you have the same experience, especially you want to get admission to your university, you just want to go. You don't even know why you choose this course. What's your experience like this? I have the same experience. I wouldn't know about you. And I think
yeah. So it is fine. All of us, if you have been following my post, I said something about it is fine to be confused, like be totally confused. I was very confused. I didn't know mathematics. Like in my senior secondary school, I was poor at mathematics, not extremely poor anyway, but I wasn't a regular A and B, but I was on a C grade, so C for mathematics. So I knew I wanted accounting. I'd always wanted accounting from my primary school. So due to a lot of reasons though, I like the way they dress and, all that smart, and it has to do with money. So I'm like, I want to do accounting and all of that. So I discovered that I would have to need mathematics to progress with accounting. Then later I was like, oh, I think I would just switch to law because I like talk. Let me just do law. Then I was like, am I crazy? Literature, I've not read a lot of, I'm like, oh, let me just do accounting anyway. So my mathematics, I was able to overcome my fear. I attended JAM tutorial. Like I said, my parents would always, provide you with materials, pay for your JAM blessing, pay for everything, so that if you are failing, you yourself will know that you were the one that spoiled your life by yourself. They gave you everything. In as much as they do not have, they will try as much as possible to go to the extreme to ensure that you have. So if you see people that are really supportive, giving you all of these things, what excuse do you have for failure? Meanwhile, there are some other people out there too that didn't get anyone to support them. They were supporting them and they still did so well. So it all depends on mindset, yeah, and your end goal. What do you want to be? Where do you picture yourself in the future? So like I said earlier, I was confused. I knew I was studying accounting, regardless, even if you are studying a course that you picked it or they gave you or you're not so sure, you just pick it. I would say that make the best out of it because this is our educational system. Before people even give you attention, they want to look, did you finish on 2-1 and or first class or 2-2, and all of that. Although I'm not a huge fan of you using class of degree to discriminate, but that's the reality in Nigeria. But there are other things you can offer. So you need to ensure that before you even get people's attention, regardless of whether you study agric and all of that, ensure that you try your possible best to finish so well. Don't be the last in a class. You might not be the best. Just ensure that a grade that you graduate with, you know that you did your best and you'll be happy with yourself. That is first. Then while you're in the university, the more you meet people, the more you engage. It seems I'm shouting volunteering. I'm even shouting volunteering more than internship. Yes, because internship, it's more of like luck and preparation. You might not be able to land internship, but nobody cares about you bringing work experience as a recent graduate. But what are the other things you've been involved with apart from classroom? What are the practical? So the more you volunteer, volunteering can now serve in place of internship. You've led teams, you've had the opportunity to use emotional intelligence. People have shouted at you. How did you respond to them? You've been able to manage your classes and other things, or are you the regular triangular student? So all of these things, you would not probably now see that, oh, I think it's not accounting. I think it is this because it happened to me when I had an internship with Sterling. I got into human capital, so HR. So I was there. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'm like, is it HR for me? Then I had to look at it again. HR. I think I don't want to do HR though because the main reason why I left accounting, especially auditing, was because I wanted a client-facing role where I'm more of impact, where I can help people, talk to them, help them build their wealth, be part of their success story. Like, oh, I don't want to do back office, so why should I not come and do HR? Oh, I had the experience already, which is fine. HR would show to tell people that, oh, I have knowledge of how to manage people and all of those things. Then I moved again. I had another one experience in audit, one of the big four companies. So that one too helped me so well. It was a client-facing role. I spoke with clients and all of that. I saw that, oh, I think I'm not even enjoying accounting because when I eventually like, is it volunteering? Or I joined investment society in my campus, so on my campus rather. So I got to learn about financial markets, how to report this, and I found it so interesting. I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to do this. I started learning on my own. So now it's still between accounting or finance though, because I have like a lot of career interests. But it is fine not to be sure. Just keep moving. Keep doing all of this experience. Keep moving from A to B. You would learn. Eventually, you will see something. So now I'm more bullish on finance and I'm more bullish on accounting too, but more of finance than accounting. And then in the long run, you can even switch later. You don't owe anybody explanation for switching. It will even be better that, okay, fine, you did HR, you are a star there, like you did so well. You did accounting, you did so well. You did finance, you did so well. You are doing agriculture, you are doing so. People be like, how have you been able to adapt? That shows that you are flexible. You can do whatever you want to do. So don't let your course of study or whatever course they give you or you pick by yourself when you are not sure pull you down. You are more than your course of study. You are more than whatever title.
Wow, I am having a wonderful time because I know people are going to gain a lot from this, your story and your speech. It's not a story now, at least you've been lecturing us now.